I'm the Movie Kit, and this is the lit movie review for Captain Marvel. Cheers.
So she's almost done with her first drink.
Oh,
now
are you
she's
vlogging this whole thing?
Yes, she's almost done.
I can't get too sloshed, because then this will be me doing Captain Marvel. Look how pretty. There's a pretty thing in it.
Eat it.
I bet Don't eat that.
Finish it. Bottoms up. Bottoms up.
When someone says chug it, who chugs? Why am I drinking because it's in the space.
90s, yeah.
Oh, it's the 90s.
It's
the Cosmos.
This is a cosmos.
Hello, I am the Movie Kit, and I am here to give you a lit movie review for Captain Marvel. Drinking a Cosmo. Because it's the cosmos that we're in with Captain Marvel. Very, very exciting. This was a highly anticipated movie, Captain Marvel. You know, first female superhero of major note. Of course, Marvel has had a few female superheroes like Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson, who personally is one of my favorites. Also, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Evangeline Lilly was also. But this is the first movie that featured a female superhero, and it was awesome. Marvel has never disappointed me. I mean, there have been some movies that I've sort of liked, and and others that I've liked more than others, but I've had a few Cosmos. So Brie Larson plays Verse. She is a Kree member of the Star Force, whose whole mission is to fight the Skrulls. The Kree and the Skrulls are like, Jude Law plays her mentor, and they end up having to follow some of these Skrulls who go to Earth, which is called Planet something.
C-53.
Planet C-53 is what the Kree call Earth. So Verse, Brie Larson, goes to Earth to follow these Skrulls that have gone there. And when she's there, this is one of the best parts of the movie. I'm not giving anything away because look, she lands in a Blockbuster, okay? So this takes place in the 1990s when Blockbusters were a thing. You remember Blockbuster? Man, I miss Blockbusters. And then she's in the 1990s Earth, and she's like, she's in full-on, Kree uniform, the whole thing. And she ends up meeting a young version of Nick Fury, played by Samuel L. Jackson. Now, here's one of the great parts about this, is that they make Samuel L. Jackson look a little younger through the whole CG, and it totally works. And this Nick Fury is sort of an early version. I mean, he's not so serious in this one, he doesn't have a lot of things waiting on him or whatever. He's kind of green. He's an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., but he's sort of, green about the whole thing, and he's a really cool guy. She lands on Earth, and she finds out, and I'm not going to give any spoilers away, she finds out a few things about her past, and these things come back to her while she's there. And of course, it culminates. So it culminates to this sort of realization of who she is and what she's capable of, because now she is this sort of pretty badass warrior who has some superpowers that she just hasn't tapped into quite yet, but at the end of the movie she does. My whole take on the movie is that it was just a fun ride from beginning to end. Now, there's been some criticism that the first half of the movie, maybe like the first hour of the movie or so, was a little muddled. It was trying to find its footing. Origin movies are like this. Y'all know this. You followed along. You know about an origin movie. It's tough. It's tough to tell that story. But the thing is that even if I was, struggling with getting to know who this person is, Brie Larson's performance was just top notch, okay? She has you from beginning to end. And she doesn't smile a lot in this, and that's the whole thing about this movie. So, Captain Marvel doesn't smile very much. In my lifetime, I can't remember how many times men have told me to smile. But, that's just fucked up, okay? Just fucked up. Don't tell us to smile. If we don't want to smile, we don't want to smile. And Captain Marvel doesn't want to smile when she doesn't want to. So leave her alone. Anyway, she's pretty kick-ass in this whole movie. I just can't wait for her to meet Captain America. Come on. The two Caps? Give me a break. It's gonna be awesome. And Captain Marvel is a single lady. She might not be single for a lot, Marvel movies are so good at the dialogue and sort of this irreverency and this snarky, you know, kind of back and forth that can go on. And Brie and Sam are so good together. You can totally see they had a blast together. I'm going to take a sip because I've been told to. I'm not going to spill on myself because I do that a lot. The other really great performance actually is Ben Mendelsohn. He plays a Skrull. and some comic book aficionados might get a little bit bothered by the whole Skrull depiction in this because they do something a little bit different than they usually are. But Ben Mendelsohn plays like the leader Skrull, and he's great, and you know, and he has some layers to him that make him a great villain. And I thought he and Brie and Sam, they all had this whole little thing going on, and it was awesome. If I'm gonna rank Captain Marvel in the 20 plus movies that I've seen for the Marvel universe, I would probably rank it high up there, like definitely in my top 5, because it's a fun ride, and you get to know this character. You really feel like you can be her best friend, right? Can be your best friend. Here's the thing. You have to stay through the credits like you know you're supposed to do for a Marvel movie. Oh my God. It sets the things up for Endgame, and I swear to God, I saw it with my daughter, Livy, and we were both like this. Because Endgame, which comes at the end of April, the Avengers Endgame, which tells us what's going to happen. And I know people are like, oh, who cares? We know they all live. Blah, blah. Do they live? Do they? How did it happen? What happens? Where do they go? What happens with Thanos? And let me just say this. If Captain Marvel is going to come back in Endgame, which, you know, clearly there's large indication that she's going to do this, she's going to kick Thanos' ass. Okay, so then all of that I said, the best part of this whole movie was the cat. And I have a cat. There's a cat in this movie called Goose. And he pretty much steals every single scene that he's in. He's a real cat. There's no CG cat. It's a real cat. And it's a great homage to Top Gun, Goose. But Goose, the cat, has a little bit of a twist himself, so it's pretty funny. But I love cats. Anyway, big thumbs up for Captain Marvel. If you are if you love any of the Marvel movies and you've been following them along, this just fits right in. It's a great origin story. It's a great character, and I just can't wait to see what happens in Endgame. That's all I'm going to say. Just can't wait to see what happens. The cat in the movie probably would not accept this and probably would eat my face. Bye-bye. And if you are a cat lover, then God bless you, because there's enough cat loving in that to suffice you. Drink a Cosmo for the cap, for the new cap. Just fucking Cap Marvel. Let's just give me shots of drinking. I'm so drunk.